everyone! Welcome back to my channel. It's Yani Maya here, and today I just wanted to take you guys back at my experience in UP Fair. So we all know UP Fair week is around the week of Valentine's, and a lot of people have been really senti on social media regarding it, posting throwback photos, experiences. So I thought I'd come here then for a few minutes to just reminisce with you guys kasi 4 years ako nag-UP Fair tapos biglang wala, Danes, not gonna happen this year. Let's just travel back in time and experience UP Fair in my perspective. Now, I also want to see how you guys experience UP Fair. Please do feel free, feel free, feel free to comment down below on what your stories are. I want to read them as well, especially mga alumni din. So, hello to our UP alums or whoever experienced going to UP Fair. I'd love to hear them. So, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that you'll be updated on all my videos here on my channel. Let's go! Saan ko ba ito ipapatong? So, UP Fair is actually such a defining moment in a UP student's life. I mean, in my perspective, whether you're a student, an alum, a teacher, a staff, whoever, UP Fair is such a big thing in the university, and it allows people from different walks of life to come together and just enjoy the performances, learn more about the advocacies, and understand each other in that kind of atmosphere. So it really is an event that you won't forget, and it takes some time to prepare, especially if you're an organizer, if you're a night handler, student council. We all see you guys preparing for UP Fair, and slow claps for you guys. I hope a lot of people share their gratitude for everyone who has prepared for UP Fair. Kasi guys, it is the largest student-run or organized fair in a certain area. Di ko alam yung area. Like, I always hear it. Metro Manila ba? Quezon City? Not sure. Please comment it down below if you know. But I just wanna appreciate you guys. And I think this video will also enlighten a lot of people on the hard work that you've been doing for UP Fair and for the students as well. UP Fair is really one of the best moments in my undergrad life in UP Diliman, and people really adjust their schedules around UP Fair, whether that be ACADS, organizations, gigs, and other things. I know orgs don't really put events na tapat talaga yung UP Fair because, you know, how do you compete with UP Fair, guys? Like, everyone's there. So, might as well just join in on the fun. But of course, this year, UP Fair is not possible because of the pandemic and the lockdown. So, I think this is how I compensate or how I deal with the lack of UP Fair in my life. I went to college in UP Diliman under broadcast communication, the College of Mass Communication. Wow! Job interview kasi. I just wanted to give you guys context in terms of paano ba ako nagka-experience with UP Fair. And as a student, you never not know when UP Fair is happening. It's everywhere in the campus. It's all around. The posters are hung up around the ACAD Oval. You see people campaigning for it, like door to door, room to room. Ginagawa pa yung room to room, di ba? Yeah, I think may naabutan akong room to room, and then they're talking about UP Fair. Usually, there is at least one person in your class na involved in UP Fair in some way. You are gonna know about it. If not, you always have your barkada, your schoolmates, your org mates, your classmates talking about it. I also believe that UPLB has a Feb Fair. It's in my bucket list to attend UPLB's Feb Fair kasi iba din yung crowd ng UPLB. So, I want to experience that when the lockdown is done and everything's safe again. So, abangan! Abangan natin! Oh my gosh! And I know about it. The first time I heard about it was because yung Ben and Ben was playing in UP Fair and they had to rush to play in UPLB Feb Fair. Tapos sabi ko, grabe, ang strong naman ng Ben and Ben. Ano ba kayo? Superhero sis! In UP Fair, there are rides, game booths, foods, bands. There are also speakers who talk about the chosen advocacies or issues for that night. There are also advocacy booths as well, aside from food booths and booths where you buy different accessories, you get your henna, and other stuff like that. It happens late in the afternoon. I believe it kind of starts around 4 4 p.m. until supposedly 12 midnight. Pero kasi syempre nag-e-extend yan. So, it usually goes... The latest my shift has been as a host, I think we ended at around 4. Memories all alone in the moonlight. UP Fair usually starts preparing, I think, a year before the next UP Fair. Like when the UP Fair is over, break na onte, tapos people start talking about the next UP Fair again because you have to schedule the bidding process, which the student council takes care of, and yung bidding process is for the night handlers to get a night. Palagi ina-explain yun sa akin paano nangyayari yung bidding process, but I never understand it. So, yung mga nakakuha ng day, they're called night handlers, and they're responsible for that day in cooperation with, their different sponsors, of course, the Student Council, UP Advertising Corps, kasi they're the official promotions or advertising arm of UP Fair with the Student Council. So, shout out lang to UP Adcor because that's my org and I'm a proud alumni of that organization. UP Fair as a whole is branded by UP Adcor and the Student Council, while the night handlers have their own separate brands. But the theme for the entire UP Fair is usually what's followed. Everything flows from there. So before we get to the UP Fair proper, the atmosphere in UP really changes when, syempre, we just came from break. So, January, our next semester starts, and then February, medyo nagpe-prepare na for UP Fair. Yung mga people like who want to attend, like me, and we see all the promotions around. And you also kind of prepare for Valentine's too. So, that moment in time, medyo malamig na rin yung weather, and there are a lot of heart-shaped balloons in Katipunan, flowers, yung mga Katip people. You already know it's Valentine's approaching, and you also know UP Fair is approaching as well. So, in my orgs, we really talk about UP Fair, and then before January pa, nagpa-plan na kami parang, sino yung pwede kausapin para ma-partner yung isang day or isang night handler. Sino yung pwedeng in-nudge, or what do we have to do, what are the requirements, we have to partner with them now so that we can get a booth, or we can field host, or we can cover, and we can spend a night in UP Fair. Kahit na it's a working night, people still want to attend UP Fair. So that's how the atmosphere is with my organizations. And usually ito yung time na externals committee really, kayod kung kayod, you guys. God bless. Externals, they usually do all of these talks with the externals committee of the other organizations, and then, nagde-deal sila para we can have a collaborative partnership when it comes to doing events like this. Tapos, yung publicity committee naman, kayod kung kayod din sila. When we do have the partnership, they promote it like crazy. It's just once a year. So, yan na. All out na tayo, guys. Ito na yun. Those are the times na sa tambayan people are like, may committee na ba for ad hoc UP Fair? Or may host na ba yung UP Fair? Ganun na kami, guys. Mayroon pa bang slot dyan para makapag-UP Fair? For me, as a host, it's always a privilege and an honor to host UP Fair because it's like my way to give back to the community, my way to use my talents to show how much I love UP and how much I adore the students and the campus and the people in it. It's a different avenue to shine, and it's a different avenue to experience UP Fair too, especially if you're working during UP Fair. There are also times if you guys want to do UP Fair, student kayo, pero you're not part of the night handlers or you're not part of the student council or the orgs, you can always volunteer, which my friends do a lot. So, meron ako isang friend dyan, palagi siya nagvo-volunteer sa UP Fair, and nagpaparinig na rin siya on January sa mga profs namin na kung pwede yung midterms hindi UP Fair week. And understandable guys. I'm on her side because UP Fair week I also kinda reserve if ever I become a host in one of the days. And whenever we talk about it with our profs, kasi usually yung mga profs have like, before the semester starts or officially starts, we have like that day where we talk about the syllabus and then we plot different requirements. Sa class, ganun na kami, guys. Pwede ba hindi Valentine's week yung midterms? Midterms week then yung UP Fair. So just imagine all the stress the students are going through just to put this up. And on the other side of the fence naman, all the excitement the attendees are going through, because after your day in midterms, you just really release and just really look forward to going to UP Fair. Ito yung time na nagpa-plan of action na rin yung mga orgs, how are we going to execute our partnership. Tapos, for me, very fun kasi yung preparations for UP Fair, because your imagination runs wild, especially if you're an organization partner and if you're a host or whatever. I really enjoy preparations for UP Fair in those aspects. I can't really speak for the people who are actually like, I can't speak for the committee in UP AdCore kasi there's a committee in our org who handles UP Fair, and then there's also student council. But if you do have experience, go ahead and share down below paano ba yung preparation sa inyo and how you're able to put up UP Fair as a whole. We'd love to hear it, and I think a lot of people would appreciate then hearing your perspective and reading about it. So paano yung ACADS? How does it go if it's UP Fair week? Guys, anong ACADS? Joke lang! Baka sabihin nyo, there are ACADS during UP Fair week. As I said, it's midterms week. Ask the heavens na hindi siya heavy in that week talaga. We ask the prof na rin if the midterms can be scheduled earlier or later. Usually, sinasabi na namin earlier para pag UP Fair week, woo! Just fun, energy, nothing to worry about, right? So, nagdadasal na talaga kami na parang, sana free cut, or madali lang yung week na to. But I did experience a UP Fair week. Tapos, yun yung midterms namin sa radio production or TV production class namin. So, ngarag kong ngarag, guys. Parang, I survived. We lived. And we enjoyed. So, that's how it went, I guess. So, hello, if you are a prof watching this vlog. Hello po. Pero alam ko kasi na it's inevitable or it's impossible in some cases, especially pag na-move yung schedule for the class, it will really touch on UP Fair Week. So, good luck na lang sa'yo, students, kung na-touch dun sa UP Fair Week. I pray for you. I wish you all the best. I'm done with that life. So, when we see people absent, we're just like, anong org ulit to? Night hander pala siya. Ganun pala. So, we understand. As students, you have to put up a whole event that will go on until the next day. And thank you very much for that, for giving us joy and happiness. And I hope na you are given the right recognition. Because you did well. You are doing great, girl. Here's some validation and some love. Take it. May time naman ako na I was the first shift of host sa UP Fair. So, I had to excuse myself from my last class. Buti na lang may kasabay ako kasi volunteer din siya. Sabi ko, ma'am, pwede ba maaga po ako umalis kasi I have a first shift in UP Fair. And I'm so glad that that prof understood kasi she knows that performance yung line na gusto ko or yung track na gusto ko. And I really like hosting. She knows that. She got me 4 different hosting gigs na rin. And she was like, okay. And I love it when my profs give me advice. They're like, ganito ka mag-host, ganun ka mag-host. Tapos parang ako, yes, thank you very much for caring for my welfare and for thinking about me and understanding that I wanna get better at this. Pinaalis na kami. So no matter how heavy the load of ACADS is, I think a lot of people do get motivated to just get through the day so that we can already go to UP Fair. Sa UP Sunken Garden, naka-barricade yung grounds ng UP Fair kung saan yung stage nandun, yung bands nandun, yung food booths, lahat ng booths, tapos yung rides, yung mga rides na yan, nandun sa grounds. Pero you can stay outside pa rin. There's still space around the Sunken Garden where you can chill, enjoy, kasi iba din yung culture outside the Sunken Garden. As I said, it's happening on the pinaka Hearts Week. It's fun to attend UP Fair with a date. Although I haven't. I haven't attended UP Fair with a date. Whoa. In my 4 years in UP, maybe as an alumni. It's also fun naman to attend with your friends, which I have done my entire UP Fair life. Or by yourself too, no judgment zone pag UP Fair. Everyone's just minding their own business, enjoying, and it's just fun to watch people, be with groups, be with dates, or by themselves. Actually, I wouldn't know if you're by yourself because there's so many people. Just attend UP Fair and enjoy. The most that I had to having a date in UP Fair is my co-host and the crowd, because UP Fair is usually when I host, and I always spend it with the audience, the crowd, the organizers, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm doing the thing that I love the most, and I think that's how I spent Valentine's. Kaya when this lockdown happened and Feb 14 passed, I think mas bitter ako kasi di ako sanay na walang ganap. So the atmosphere in school becomes really light and energetic in my perspective because the weather is so great as well. Sweater weather. It's also the rainy season. And you have to prepare for that when you go to UP Fair. Just saying, guys, don't go to UP Fair in white shoes. Don't do it. I don't know why people do it. Don't do it. Kasi you wouldn't know if it rains. And the Sunken Garden, guys, it's grass and mud. So kung ano mang shoes yan, kahit ang ganda-ganda sa outfit nyo, porma, if you think that you are gonna wear it again, don't wear it to UP Fair. I have designated shoes na ayaw ko na sinusuot ko sa UP Fair pag attendee ako kasi sa grounds, sa grass, if it's gonna rain, you bye-bye shoes. This is also the week when you see organizers or night handlers kind of scrambling around the Akad Oval, bringing stuff to their tambayan or to their cars. There's also that year when Cosmos, kasi they have a mascot, and I think there was a year when that mascot was going around the Akad Oval. You really feel the days leading up to UP Fair because it's so energized. People energized in a bad and a good way kasi you can still have energy pero you're kinda dying inside. And before UP Fair, there are also ticket selling. So, yan, the booths are set up for where you can claim or buy your tickets. And I think that is the most stressful part, is securing tickets as a attendee of UP Fair. To get tickets, guys, listen to me closely. Put that ear on your speaker or have like earphones right now because I'm going to tell you this once only, ha? Once. Dami kasi nagme-message sa akin eh. Do I vomit tickets? No! I don't, guys. You go through this rigid process called a line. And alam naman natin yung mga pila sa UP ay nakakaiba. People will stay there until they get what they need. So you have to be updated. Update yourself when the tickets are gonna be sold. Thankfully, meron na ditong parang pre-selling online. When that day is gonna sell tickets, what time it's gonna drop, how you can secure those tickets. Kasi friends outside of the school will be like, uy, pahingi naman ng tickets. Tapos parang ako, sis, dapat sinabi mo na lang sa akin yun like last month, diba? Kasi it's not like you can get tickets on the day. If ever you get tickets on the day, then wow, you're so lucky. Pero usually, tickets get sold out days before UP Fair starts. Plano nyo na yan ahead. You can always look at the UP Fair Facebook page for updates on when they sell tickets. Kasi all of the other days have their own Facebook pages. But UP Fair page collates them and has all of the announcements. See kung meron na silang posts on tickets. They also have week-long passes na ang daming demand for it, guys. So, keep your eyes peeled para hindi kayo nagtatanong pag sold out na. And this also goes to show sa mga UP students, if you are looking for UP Fair tickets, check the UP Fair page, the student council page, or the night handlers pages as well para updated kayo kung kailan sila magda-drop and kailan magsisell. Nag-aaral ako with my friends in the College of Science Library. Tapos may kasama kami dong one of the organizers. Sabi niya, nag-aaral kami, diba? And we're just kind of talking about UP Fair, what days we're gonna attend. Tapos sabi niya sa amin, just get ready tonight. Tapos sabi namin, get ready tonight. Tapos parang siya, just, you know, keep your eyes peeled for any announcements tonight. So, instead of studying, we're just checking the UP Fair page. No, that time, they just dropped it like, selling week-long passes. First, ganun, gets the week-long pass. And then yun na, Hunger Games. Woo! Click, type, question, answer. Mga ganun pakulo. Answer it right now. Tapos madaming pa kami. We're helping one person to get week-long passes. Then we can strategize it. Because, yes, UP Fair is that big that you need to plan your strategy to get in it. May pa-countdown din in Facebook kung usually sino yung bands, and sobrang cute kasi there are people who actually have an Excel sheet and they color code it per day, and then they have the lineup since the night handlers release bands sporadically or like paunti-unti. So they have it on the Excel sheet, tapos they try to piece things together, especially if night handlers just hint at who is gonna perform, who is gonna host. So it's really funny. There was also that time when Ben and Ben played in most of the days, and everyone was just freaking out, and bands actually start mentioning UP Fair then that they'd like to play. So that's the start of the hype of UP Fair, and it just adds on to the experience even though it happens online. So I really miss that energy even on social media, especially on Twitter. There was also a time na my mom wanted to attend UP Fair because I was the host, pero unfortunately, they don't have extra tickets na for the host and their entourage. And I understand, right? So, yung mom ko yung pumila with her friend to buy tickets. So, ganun. Check the UP Fair Facebook page. I'm gonna link it down below na lang din so that you can already plan for the next UP Fair. We don't know when that is because we have the pandemic, but let's go! Please don't buy tickets from scalpers or people who aren't the official sellers kasi baka it's fake and you won't get in, to sayang lang yung pera mo. So ito naman, my first UP Fair. That year was the year when the student council was able to secure a free day. That was crazy. A free day where people can just go in. I wasn't able to attend because medyo ano pa ako, parang oh my gosh, I'm kinda scared because I'm a freshman and wala akong kasama na pumunta doon. But in my first year, I did attend UP Fair. I wasn't just able to attend the first day. I think it was the second or third day na naka-attend ako under Maroon FM, who was one of the org partners at the time. That was my first UP Fair experience. I was walking around Sunken Garden after class, and the atmosphere is so energetic. I was so ready. I had my outfit on. I was ready to show it off to whoever cares, but I don't think anybody does in UP Fair because everyone's just like, you do you guys. When you go to UP Fairgrounds, before entering, there are people around Sunken Garden. They're selling balot, kwek-kwek, a lot of street food, street vendors. They're also selling yung mga headbands that light up, or yung mga toys that you can throw up the air and they light up or they move around. So yan yung atmosphere outside. There are a lot of people who do picnics outside and they just hear the bands from there. But when you go in UP Fair, iba naman din yung culture niya and yung atmosphere because you're directly watching the band's performance. You can ride the rides, you can get a henna, you can go to the food booth. It's just fun to observe the outside and the inside and the contrast or the similarities between that, even though you're just in the same Sunken Garden. So as a freshman, I enter the UP Fairgrounds and wow, I'm a UP student. Wow, this is one of the moments a UP student gets to attend. And I'm just glad to be here, yo. Grabe rin yung culture shock ko nun. Siyempre, UP Fair is different from your fair in high school. You know what I mean? To all my friends out there, I just regret that one time I attended UP Fair and unknowingly, I was in a skirt. And hindi naman ako mahilig sa skirt. I was in first year. I was experimenting after how many years in high school with a uniform. I was experimenting with my look. So I attended in a skirt and it's not the best decision I ever made because I'm not, di talaga ako ma-skirt, di ako ma-dress. And but I enjoyed it. It was fun. The grounds, if it just rained, you can smell the dewy grass and you can kind of feel the mud beneath your feet. And I'm not saying this in a disgusting way. It's more of like a nostalgic way, a way to reminisce on. That is the experience of UP Fair, and you're there to enjoy no matter the circumstances, and you're just there to soak it all in. There was a time when it was raining then, one of the UP Fair days, and everyone just brought out an umbrella and then the band just kept on performing and they were thanking the audience for staying even though it rained. And rain or shine, we are doing this, guys. Even though everything is in the school grounds, sobrang relaxing when you go in because it's a place where you know people aren't thinking about academics. Everyone's just relaxing and enjoying the moment, listening to the bands, bobbing their heads, raising their hands, swaying. They're doing the games, the rides. If you go in early, the sun is in your face too. And you get to see UP Fair transpire from the afternoon to the night. And it's such a great experience. When it opens, usually the bands they are already playing, and you get to hear new songs, discover new acts, performances, and even though you don't know them, you will become a fan of them. In my experience, even though I wasn't familiar with the bands in my first year, I started searching about them afterwards, and that was my legitimate um, exposure to OPM and the OPM scene. And gosh, I was blessed, guys. I was baptized, I feel. Because OPM, it's such a heartfelt environment, heartfelt community, because you can feel that bands and performances really pour in their love for the community, their love for the scene and the atmosphere into their acts and into their songs. So, if you don't care about OPM that much, I suggest you attend UP Fair or any kind of OPM gig, yo. Yo, you gotta start loving OPM. It's here in the Philippines, and they're putting out some pretty freaking awesome music. Pero guys, medyo strict talaga yung security when you get in because they don't want anyone to get hurt. So prior to going to UP Fair, please check yung mga reminders and what you can bring and what you can't bring, because they are really going to take that out of your bag. And don't bring a big bag too. If you don't have any organization there and you don't have a booth, do not bring a big bag. Where are you gonna put it? It depends actually on the layout, but usually the booths are right there when you enter. There was also one layout na the booths were at the side in two ends, and the gitna was open and the rides. But I feel the pinaka common I feel or I've experienced is the food booths, and the other booths are already there as you enter, and you can already see people walk in and out of the booths or the sections and rows. And after that, you can already see the rides in the left side of where you're facing as you enter. The exit naman is in the opposite side of the fairgrounds. So parang talaga, experience the fair, then bye-bye. So don't think that you can exit where you entered. That's really a struggle kasi you're going to go to the entrance thinking you can exit, but they're gonna just tell you to go around to the other side of UP Fair to exit. And that's usually the time na medyo masakit na yung paa nyo. So, the exit is on the opposite side or in the back depending sa layout ng UP Fair that year. Usually the back is the service entrance. So, I don't think that's gonna be the exit. Yung mga booths naman, they're so diverse and they're so fun. And yun talaga yung parang nasabi ko, parang parang movie, Filipino movie na may carnival and you can go around and play the games. And may basketball, may yung if you guys know the game booths, comment it down below kasi hindi ko na siya maalala. May booths na may coin na you toss and then you hope it lands somewhere. Tapos may booths then na the dart with the balloon and yung ring toss. Oh my goodness. There was a time na one of the booths had our Lumad brothers and sisters, and they were selling their accessories to help with their education and their schooling. So I was able to buy then some accessories there, and I'm just really glad that I was able to support them kahit na ganong way. And I learned more about them. I talked to them, and they were so open to telling me about different things. And yan yung naging spiel ko sa one of the stalling sa UP Fair hosting ko. So, it's just fun to go around the booths because some booths there are advocacy booths and they tell you about the West Philippine Sea or the LUMADs, social issues and advocacies that you can learn more about, and they're super willing to help. There was also a press freedom booth in my last year in UP Fair, and I really appreciated that. So, just go around, guys. Be open. You're there to learn. You're there to understand different people's perspectives, and you're just there to enjoy the moment and to be with different people from different walks of life. It's still good to understand where people are coming from and to empathize with them and to see where they're seeing the world, because UP Fair isn't made just for bands and acts. It actually has an advocacy behind it. So UP Fair as a whole has its own advocacy, and night handlers also have their own social issue or their own beneficiary that they like to forward. And the hosts usually talk about it, and the bands usually talk about it as well. There are also speakers that have a few minutes to discuss what they experience. So when they are on the stage, I hope you guys practice respect and discipline and just hear what they have to say, because it's also a learning opportunity for us. That's how the world works, guys. We gotta exchange perspectives. How are we gonna grow? I think that's one of the things that I really appreciate about UP is that in different ways we can always find a way to learn, and we can always do it for a bigger purpose. That's one thing that I learned in the school and as an alumni, and something that I still practice, and I hope I practice today, even though I'm still learning or my views aren't as perfect or aren't as educated. I still am open to everything that transpires and everything that goes on. Next culture shock ko sa UP is different people are in the grounds, not just UP students, and the bands really go all out. All out. No holds bar, guys. We aren't here to give a 50% performance. We're here to give a 150% performance. The bands, so, they really prepare for this, and I applaud them so much, and that's why I always love hosting UP Fair, because I get to see more bands and I learn more about them and their stories and how they perform, how they have that stage presence, how they mix it up in the next year or in the next day that they're performing, and the crowd goes with the energy of those performances. Then one time there was this Valentine's Day performance, and the band was playing really senti songs, and the crowd's just like di naman ganun, baka ako lang yun. Pero the crowd was swaying to the beat. If their performances are that are so energetic, they're jumping. So you share that moment with people you don't know. It's all inclusive. People of different beliefs, views, opinions are there. And I really like this one thing we did in Maroon FM, na parang nag-vox kami, Voice of the People. And we interviewed different people on their different opinions. And it's enlightening kasi you have diverse people in the same place, enjoying the same thing, and living harmoniously in that night. So it's possible. It is possible. And it's possible to respect each other's opinion and to understand and listen to one another. I like going to UP Fair and listening to the stories. And as a host, I try to read up on it already and study it prior to UP Fair para ako rin value adding din ako, and I can tie the event all into the advocacy as well and make it seamless in that way and make it in a way that people will understand it, put it nearer to people, just make people relate to it more. That's already a big step in terms of understanding each other's differences and seeing where we all come from. So be proud of the kids who organize UP Fair, who attend UP Fair, because that generation, they care. They care about social issues, advocacies, and they care about how it is presented to the public and how people receive it. Be proud of those people who are putting in time, money, effort, blood, sweat, and tears for that to happen in a student fair. A very memorable moment in my first UP Fair was in my first year. There was this band. I just forgot the name of the band. I couldn't recall, but they were a pretty famous band, popular band, kasi my org mates in Maroon FM have been waiting for them to go on. So when they did go on, all of the people around the grounds rushed to the stage area. As in parang, whoa! Everyone was walking, everyone was excited, people are laughing, people are happy, they have smiles on their faces, and they're just ready to rock out. And us naman, we're in the booth, and we were like, let's go. Ako naman, okay, G, wala naman tayong, that's the point of all of this, right? So, I'm kinda small, I can't see anything, so what my buddy Chino did, he put me on his shoulders, and wow, I'm on top of the world, hey! I'm on top of the world, hey! So, those are different moments that I always remember and I always keep with me. Because even though those are simple moments that I can spend with my org mates and the UP community, parang ang laki pa rin yung impact sa life ko. There are bands naman who request na their phones have lights, yung flashlight. And ang ganda talaga ng scene, guys. It's such a great environment to be in na you're just all there, enjoying the performance. So we're all just there to soak up the experience, sing the songs, even though you don't know them, you don't know the words, you don't know the performance. I am pretty sure afterwards, you are going to start researching about it, checking the lineup, checking the songs, and seeing where else they're gonna appear in, because the energy that they put in UP Fair, it really is a different experience. I also have a tendency of post-concert depression in PCD because really after UP Fair, after that rush in a week, what else are we gonna do, right? That entire week was just like energy rush. And then after that, woo, we're back to ACADS, back to our regular life, back to our regular schedule. So usually PCD talaga, even the other bands tweet about it, Instagram about it, the performances as well. A lot of people talk about their experiences after UP Fair. So that's something to look forward to then in social media. And yung official pictures din, sana meron tayong official pictures dyan. Yun naman yung dinadasal ko palagi. So, usually late at night yung mga bands, yung mga headliners. Pero, try to go there in the afternoon then because those bands in the afternoon, usually sila yung sisikat later on. And I remember one UP Fair, it was Cosmos. I really remember it because first shift ako as a host. Tapos, the first band pa lang, napaka-grabe ng energy, grabe. Tapos mga bata pa sila. The lead singer was a guy who had long hair. This guy was a kid. And he gave like the performance of a lifetime. And he was like working the stage, going up and down the stage. And people from the ground started going near the stage and just watching this kid. And there's also the yung gitna. Di naman siya walkway, but yung gitna na people can walk through going to the stage. He worked that. That kid worked that. There are gems, hidden gems that are placed in the earlier times of UP Fair that I hope you guys get to experience also. Kasi grabe. Grabe, sino ba kayo? Sana sumikat kayo. I will support you forever in my life. God bless. All in all, I won't have that OPM is dying or whatever. I won't have that. No, it isn't dying. Listen to the band that's going to speak to you because there are bands when I am in UP Fair na, okay, I'm listening to them, and they will have that one kind of lyric na parang, wow, the audacity, sis. Thank you for hurting my heart. Ganon siya kalala. So, be there and listen and enjoy the melody, the harmony, and the performance of the band itself. Because all of that together creates a story, creates an experience, and a moment that will make you appreciate OPM more. So, I don't know with you guys, but start getting on that OPM train if you haven't gotten already. I look forward talaga to 3D. That's Bullet Dumas, Jonoy Danao, and Ebe Dancel whenever they perform together or separately. Kasi you know that the heart is there. I also love Kalia Lily when they perform, especially sa Cosmos kasi meron silang fireworks, yung production nun. Tapos, yung sprinkler na medyo malaki, kaya I call it fireworks. Yung parang Ebe had this one performance na may bubbles. Bubbles! Napakasaya! And yung smoke that comes out, yung shh, shh, shh. The production value is 100%. Also, Ben and Ben, they had that 1 year where they performed most of the days. And I really love them kasi wala lang, marupok ako. Gusto ko maging senti. I wanna feel the music. Ooh, and when it's that, you can see everyone's faces na parang, parang iyak na tayo guys, iyak na. So that's my UP Fair experience sa first year ko, and those are the things that I'd like you to know about UP Fair. I hope you guys took some value out of that, and please stay tuned. In the next episode naman, we'll have me as a UP Fair host naman, and how I experienced UP Fair in the next year. So, a while ago, just the first year. The next video will be UP Fair in the next year. So, I really hope that you guys check that out and stay tuned. If you have any questions, please do comment it down below, and I'll be glad to answer all of them. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!